My husband secretly filmed my section to show his family, and now the video is being shared in their church group. I gave birth to our first child 6 weeks ago via emergency section after 26 hours of labor. It was traumatic, terrifying, and nothing like the birth experience I had hoped for. My body was cut open while I was conscious but numb, shaking uncontrollably from the medication, vomiting from the anesthesia, and crying from the fear that my baby might not be okay. Throughout it all, my husband David stood by my head holding my hand and reassuring me, or at least that's what I thought he was doing. Yesterday I was scrolling through his phone, looking for a photo of the baby to send myself when I discovered a 22-minute video. The thumbnail showed an operating room, my operating room with shaking hands. I pressed play and watched in horror as the entire C-section unfolded from an angle that showed everything prior to my open abdomen. My internal organs moved aside, the doctors pulling our daughter from my body. David had propped his phone on some medical equipment and recorded the entire procedure without my knowledge or consent. I confronted him immediately. His response: "I thought you'd want to see it someday, Plas." My mom really wanted to know what happened since she couldn't be there. His mother, the woman who had begged to be in the delivery room despite my explicit refusal. The woman who told me natural childbirth was God's plan and that C-sections were the easy way out. "Did you show this to your mother?" I asked, already knowing the answer. "Well, yeah," he admitted, "and my sisters. They were also curious about what a C-section looks like." I felt violated in a way I can't even describe. My most vulnerable moment, pert naked, cut open, terrified Pernt, had been filmed and shared like some kind of educational documentary, but it gets worse this morning. I received a text from a woman I barely know from David's church praying for your complete healing. The video was so eye-opening about the dangers of choosing surgery over natural birth. "Your testimony will help many women." I called David at work, barely able to speak through my tears. He confessed that his mother had shown the video during her women's prayer group as a cautionary tale about modern birth interventions. Paternally, at least 40 women from their evangelical church have now seen my exposed body and internal organs. When I told him he had violated my privacy in the most fundamental way possible, he seemed genuinely confused. "But it's a miracle of life," he said. "It's beautiful. Why would you want to keep that private?" I packed a bag and took our daughter to my sister's house. David has called 27 times, alternating between apologizing and telling me I am overreacting. His mother sent a message saying I am denying the congregation an important teaching moment and that a godly wife wouldn't hide her blessings. My sister wants me to call a lawyer. My best friend says this is divorce-worthy. I am still in physical pain from the surgery, dealing with postpartum hormones, learning to breastfeed, and now facing the knowledge that dozens of strangers have seen inside my body without my permission. The worst part, when I close my eyes at night, all I can picture is my sacred moment of becoming a mother reduced to a spectacle for church ladies to gawk at over coffee and prayer journals. I don't know if my marriage can survive this betrayal. I don't know if I'll ever feel safe being vulnerable with David again. All I know is that the birth of my daughter Pert, already traumatic Perta, has now become something that makes me feel ashamed, exposed, and betrayed by the one person who was supposed to protect me when I couldn't protect myself.